Hey guys, we are live tonight. I feel like it's been forever, like forever, since we've been live because we had the Pinners Conference in Scottsdale last weekend. And then the week before that, my honey made me get a flu shot. So I was sick all weekend. So that was his fault. That is my story and I'm sticking to it. If you can let me know if I'm connected, maybe that will be wonderful. And make sure my sound is good too. I think I probably need to
Boost it?
yeah.
Yeah, you're a little soft.
Okay, let me boost it. Okay. Is that better?
You gotta wait.
Oh, okay. I think hopefully it's better. Live together. Yes. Thank you. I know. I'm trying to get hooked up, y'all. This is the mess that goes on. Um, that usually is behind the scenes. Okay. Hey, Corinne. Hey, Mama Bear Blue. Okay, sorry. I see a red and a blue comment, so that means I'm live in both places, but I don't know how my sound is. So, my sound man did not get our soundboard put together tonight. So, oh my gosh. So, tonight, you guys, what should we go over first? Should we talk about the Pinners? Do you guys want to hear about Pinners Conference? Are you guys curious about how it went? Or are you guys tired of hearing about it already? Because I shared some pictures while we were there too. I was probably the most excited about our booth space. Am I still soft? Hello. Can you say something, baby? You're
No,
making
I
faces.
keep I'm going to YouTube and it's telling me you're live, but then it calls up an old video.
Oh,
That's
go to my channel because people I see red remarks. So
no, I'm on my tablet and it's stupid.
my tech guy is having some issues. So you guys, look, if you guys know somebody, right, who loves craziness and who loves crafts, you guys can share the video. That would be super nice.
Let's see. There you go. Now you're live there.
My husband's
Okay.
looking for me. Hey Kimmy, let me see. Hey Brenda, is it Brenda? You guys, I'm so sorry on TikTok. I apologize, but the letters are so little. Like I need to figure out a way. I bet you if I go into like, what do they call it? Accessible or like the accessibility part, I bet you I can make them bigger. I bet you that would work. That way I can see you guys' comments really good. But if you guys have any questions while I'm crafting, you guys can pop the questions and hopefully I will see them because we've been doing a lot of different things. But it's been 2 weeks since I've seen you guys. I've missed everyone. Although I got to see some people at Pinners, it was really cool. I have a lot of selfies. I'm gonna have to post all those selfies we took with those of you who came out to Arizona Pinners to see us in person. Thank you very much.
All right, there we go.
I'm sorry. You guys should see David's face. He is just disgusted over there.
It's just running so slow. And I don't know if
Oh,
it's I've got an old tablet or
maybe we need to get another tablet.
yeah, it's old. It's at least what 3 years old.
Yeah.
Trying to think if I got this tablet before we got married.
No. We got that tablet when we went to go get your phone at Verizon, didn't we?
Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
just don't know if we were
Oh, if we
married
were
or
married.
engaged at that point.
Yes. So you want to say hi to everybody, babe? He's gonna
I don't
wet
want
his
to talk to
whistle.
anybody today.
You don't want
No,
to talk to anybody today?
I'm not of a mood. On YouTube, we have Mama Bear Blue, Abracadabra Refurbished LLC, Lori Scott, Yvonne Schmidt, D Izzo or Dizzo. They're on YouTube. Oh, sounds not that far off. Okay. And on Facebook, we have Penny Williams, Cindy Shaw Rogers, Peggy Otto Finnegan, Julie Brawley from Arizona, Terry Smith, Denise Rodriguez, Norma Jean from Lake Villa, Illinois. Let's see, Pam Knight, Pinners was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Joby Marshall, Sherry Spade Benhart from Iowa, Corey Christensen, and Holly Murphy from New Mexico.
Hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I wasn't sure how many people we'd have because we've been MIA. I know it's been 2 weeks.
We have, and we came on early too, so.
Yeah, we came on a few minutes early. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It took us a few minutes.
Well, and we haven't been on since the time change.
Oh yeah, that's right. The time change.
So I'm kind of curious about
how that's going to
people
work.
Make that adjustment, especially on the East Coast.
We came on once after the time change, I thought.
I don't know.
I thought it was once.
I thought we talked about it and we debated what time we would start.
And then we started at 6 like always. Anyway.
6 hour time, but...
no, I believe because we came on and we were saying that we had more people and we came on an hour earlier.
Yes, so on the East Coast now we're starting at 8 versus starting at 9.
Yeah, which is probably better, right, y'all?
I think when the time changes back, we should start at 5 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
So that way we can keep the East Coast and Central time zones kind of consistent.
Kind of the same. Because we don't change times, you guys. Everybody else does, but we don't.
And Pacific will stay the same as well if we roll back to an hour, because right now they're starting at 5.
Yeah.
So
tonight, you guys, let's, should we do an overview? Do you guys want to hear about pinners? Do y'all want to hear about pinners? We had such a good time. I think this year, I kept waiting to forget. I kept waiting for us to have forgotten something really important.
At Pinners?
Yes. I mean, we had a few hiccups, but...
We had hiccups, but I don't think anything was forgotten.
No, but everything was so smooth, like getting ready for Pinners. I think we just knew what to do this time. Because last year was our first time. And so it was a red hot mess, y'all. It was a hot mess. I don't think anybody who came knew it was a hot mess, but we knew. So this year was a lot better. It was a lot less stressful. So hopefully that, I had a word that just left me.
So I'm not sure.
That meant that I was like more relaxed at the event, and maybe people had a good time.
There were a couple of things. We talked about this. You didn't hear this, everybody watching on various platforms. We talked about this. One, there was more help in the booth.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Jackie and Tammy from Tucson Junksters came this year to help me. Now Claudia and Stephanie were there last year. They are wonderful. They take care of the store side of the booth. They have the serious side of the booth. I hang out on the party side of the booth.
Claudia can answer so many craft questions.
Yes.
That's really helpful on the sales side.
Yes. And then having Tammy and Jackie helping me with the make and takes made the make and takes easier, like way easier this year, because we were able to take people as they came into the booth instead of having to schedule out. So that was nice.
Correct. Last year we did one every 90 minutes.
My husband's trying to kill me, y'all. Once every 90 minutes.
I wanted to do them once an hour. I thought 90 minutes was way too long. But this time we were as people walked up, if they wanted to do a make and take, they did a make and take.
Yeah. So it was really fun. So we'll talk about the making. I want to circle back to the make and takes later, you guys, because I do have kits. Kristen, party side. Yes, girl. We were over there making and taking on my side. My side was a party side. But I do have a couple of photos. Let me see. This was our booth. This is always my favorite part, you guys, is like setting up the booth, the party side of the booth. Stephanie and Claudia do a good side of setting up the store side of the booth. And we had, I think, a little like 50 people in our class.
No, it was more than that.
Was it more than 50?
I thought it was in the 60s. I thought it was in the upper 60s.
It wasn't 200, because that's what they told me the possibility was. That I would have 200 people, and I was scared to death that I was going to have 200 people, but we did not have that many. We had somewhere between 50 and 65, somewhere in there, in the class. And again, Tammy and Jackie were there to walk around and help answer questions, because they have me all wired up at the front of the classroom, so I can't move around. And I think everybody had a good time at the class. I hope so.
I had nobody say a bad word about the class.
Yeah.
They all walked out smiling.
Yeah. So I think we had a really good time. It always amazes me that I'll have people who still haven't decoupaged, or they haven't decoupaged since they like decoupaged with their grandmother like years ago. And so this is just, we're at the booth and we just had people coming into the booth all day. We had little purses that we were decoupaging there in the booth. And so these are just a couple of pictures of us kind of hanging out. And I got an email from the organizers of Pinners, and they said that there were about 9,500 people in attendance this year. So pretty good turnout.
It did not feel it.
I know.
I don't know why, but it didn't feel. I mean, that's a huge number, but it didn't feel overcrowded.
And they have so many classes going on, you guys, and the classes they all start and stop about the same time. So I felt like we were on the coast of Florida. Like everyone was sucked up into the classes, and it would slow down, and then they would come out of the classes, and then it gets super busy, and that was pretty much the whole weekend. So it was really good. If you guys came out to see us, thank you so much. We appreciated it. I'm gonna post all the selfies I took over the weekend on the Royce Treasures page, because I had more selfies this year than last year. So that was good.
Well, you didn't take any selfies.
Last year I did.
You took one selfie this year.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You took one selfie at the class.
No, I took some in the booth.
No, you didn't.
I have them on my phone.
I took those photos.
How can you take a selfie?
Yeah, well, if you took a selfie, you took like 3.
Okay.
I took all the rest of the photos.
David is feeling spicy tonight.
I am. Wendy Vaughn said, I love Pinners. See you next year.
Oh, good.
Liz Boyle, who's in Phoenix, said she was supposed to go, but stuff happened.
I know.
Understand?
Life happens. I know.
That's
And when you live in the valley, it's funny to me because like Scottsdale is far, especially if you live in like the West Valley.
And Pam Knight said she loved the class, even when I called half of them Karen.
Y'all know he misbehaved. Y'all know he did. Yeah. Y'all know he did.
And Sherry Spade Ben Hart says, someday I'm going to make it for that. Let's see. All right. When do you want to talk kit?
Later.
Okay.
Let's get down to the business.
Marty had a question about the kits. So.
Okay. I do have kits left, and so we're going to talk about the kits. But let's get started because I have 3 crafts, y'all. I have three things we're going to try to get to. But I thought we'd spend a few minutes because it's been 2 weeks and I did not change my paper on my table. Don't judge me. It's a hot mess. I'm going to point you guys down to, you guys know what? You guys tell TikTok that they need to TikTok and Switcher need to come to an understanding so that I can use multiple cameras for TikTok too, because that would be so wonderbar if I could do that.
Can I ask everybody, please like and share. We always appreciate that.
Thank you.
If you're on YouTube, subscribe. I don't know, on TikTok, what do you do?
Like and follow.
Like and follow. There you go. Like and follow on TikTok.
Yes. So just a quick overview. You guys remember last week we did, oh man, I'm competing with 2 cameras here. Oh, Lord. Let me see something. I swear this was all, I thought I was all set up before we came live today, but I'm trying to do too much probably.
Holly Murphy, best part of Pinners was my hug with Royce. So good to see you.
Thank you, Holly. You guys remember we did these last time, right? So these we made with resin using, like you could see the resin. We made with resin, right? Using the ILD frames molds. And we just decoupaged like little remnants into these to make ornaments. So this was our craft last time. It's been a while, so I just thought I'd remind you guys of what we did. And then this one was the molds, and this one is the stag head from the Jingles, I think, the Jingles mold. I am gonna have to fix that camera because that's gonna drive me crazy. Bum, 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 bum. I know what I can do. Now, let's just be honest and say that it's not that long of a drive, but okay, that's better. So anyway, so I just wanted to show these because this is what we did the last time. So the holidays are coming up, so I thought we would do 3 quick holiday.
Move over to your...
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, you guys. I know.
Yeah.
I think I fixed it.
There you go. Now you're centered.
And so this is what we did the last time. And so we just use the IOD frame molds. Let me get those out because I know somebody's going to want to see them. We use the frame mold, right? And we just poured resin in these in order to make our own frames. And then we filled them with the recycled decoupage paper. And this is the jingle mold, and we use the stag head from this one to make kind of this little mount for this one. And so that was our last live. And tonight I have multiple projects, you guys. So let's do our first one because this one's going to be super quick and super easy. These are just some wood blanks. I actually had these cut because the ones on Amazon are super thin. And so I had these cut. A friend of mine has a huge machine and I drive her crazy because I call her and ask her to make me crazy stuff all the time. But so I thought that this time of year, right, there are tons of parties, holiday parties, and I hate showing up at somebody's house empty-handed. So I like to bring like hostess gifts, and I feel like coasters are a perfect gift for a hostess. And so I've taken the liberty of painting these white in advance. I didn't think you guys wanted to see me paint white. So I've already painted these, and I'm taping them together so that I can treat it just like one big piece rather than trying to work with each piece individually. 2 reasons: it makes it super easy and faster to get them done, and 3, it's an easy way to make a set, right? Because they're gonna not necessarily match, but they're gonna coordinate automatically. It's gonna be like a triptych, or if I made 6, what would be a 6? A diptych?
Sextet.
A sextet, yeah. So, because I would probably do like either 4 or 8 if I was taking it for a gift. But these are the 3 that I could put my hands on. So this is the 3 that we're going to start with. And I was trying to figure out which paper that I would use with this. And it really depends on the person that you're making them for. So you guys help me. Should I make my industrial? Because you guys know that's what I want to do. I could use something like the locomotive paper, and it doesn't matter that they couldn't see everything. This texture would be so yummy on these, and I think that would be really pretty. We could also do Christmas, right? We have a lot of options for Christmas designs, or we could do something that they could use all year. I pulled this one out. This one is the vintage wallpaper decoupage paper. I think that the red still makes it festive, but if you had somebody who would appreciate this style, right, they could use these coasters all year round. So I think I answered my own question.
Honestly, yeah. If you're giving a gift, you want something that they can use.
Yes,
all
because
year.
Christmas is nice, but then they're limited
Right.
to how often they could use it. I'm sorry, I forgot to get my...
That's okay. It gives me a chance to say on YouTube we have Vintage Revival Design Company watching.
Hey!
Who is that? That's out of Virginia, right?
That is Michelle.
Michelle, yes, Adamus, thank you. Sandy Henkelman, Dreaming Cat Studio, and Lisa Ortolin, who's watching from Australia on YouTube.
Hey, Lisa.
So says love your products. And let's see. Got a lot of weather talk over on the Facebook side.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm cold, but I don't dare complain because I know that some of you are dealing with like real cold.
Let's see.
Is this what I think it is?
Let's see if I can find it.
I thought this was my rock hard top coat.
Becky
And it's not.
Knud? Oh, Knudsen. Becky Knudsen from Minnesota. Thank you. Sergine Crosset from Ottawa, Canada. Let's see. Jane Neese says freezing here in Wisconsin. Belinda Ruth, very cold Michigan. Roseanne Incorvea Ross, I know I'm mispronouncing that. Buffalo had 1 foot of snow today. Outskirts got 5 feet.
Oh, no. I'm cold right now. It's probably 50 degrees in here.
Let's see. Oh, Alyssa Bricker Visithin. I've been hoarding my vintage wallpaper paper. Finally going to use it this week on a buffet.
Ooh, I cannot wait to see that, Melissa.
Liz Garcia Bauer says Pittsburgh, it's chilly. Peggy Otto Finnegan says finally melted today. It's been in the 20s with wind in Colorado. So we're cold, but we're
chilly.
We're Arizona cold.
Yeah, we're
which
Arizona cold.
Everywhere else would be warm.
I'm wearing a hoodie walking around the house, y'all, and it's probably like 40 degrees.
I'm wearing a cardigan. It's, yeah.
We're wimps. We're wimps. I know. I am just trimming this, and I'm actually trimming it a little bigger than I need it. I always like to leave myself a little room for error. So just in case I didn't measure it right, I can give myself a little bit of grace. So I usually trim, I don't know, about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch past what I need. Just so I don't have to be like super precise.
Ooh.
And again, I've already painted this white, right? Whoops, let me get this in the frame. Sorry, guys. I've already painted this white, and I paint white so that my design really pops. Because this paper is going to become transparent when I decoupage it, and so I don't want the dark to show through. If I were to do it right over the darker paper, it would just be a lot duller, and it wouldn't be as bright. So,
Christy Seiler is watching with her mother.
hey, Christy.
I'm so glad to hear that. Watch with your mom.
Yes.
Watch with your kids. They're freezing in Texas tonight, but we'll probably be wearing shorts tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like Arizona winter.
All right, now I have a question.
Oh, Lord, yes.
No, and you're really not going to like this question.
Oh, Lord. What's he going to ask you guys?
So we had talked next week about not doing a show because
Which I hate to do because we've been MIA for 2 weeks
we
already.
really have. But we're going to have our grandson. We need to take him back home to his mom.
Yes,
So we're going to be traveling next week.
because Dad's working.
Yeah, Dad is working. The reason I'm bringing that up is because of what Christy just said. She's watching with her mom.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sitting here thinking, boy, watching on a holiday, that's perfect. Because the
Right?
family's all together.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas is on a Sunday.
Oh, is it?
It is. So my question is, how does everybody feel about a show on Christmas evening?
Because I will have already spoiled the baby all day.
Yeah, we'll be. I mean, we're grown folks. Unless you have a house full of people, which we don't,
No.
our day is going to end fairly early
Yes.
in terms of activity. So it's not as big an issue for us as it might be for everybody who wants to watch.
Or some people, if they have little ones, they might, they'll have
So that's
stuff
why I
to do.
just am curious what everybody would think about that. I don't want to put pressure on you, Royce, to do a show on a holiday when you want to take the holiday off, but it's a Sunday. Like we said, we'll spend our day with the grandbaby, but our evening's going to be done.
I don't know. Let's play it by ear, babe.
So
So
Just
I
curious.
just put down a layer of Wiseau's. I believe it's 1 hour enamel in here. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When I pour these bottles, I tell myself I'm gonna remember what's in here, but I don't. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I've laid a really nice,
can you stop
coat of
using
it.
that excuse now? I think we have to call you out on that
Well, it's
excuse.
the same bottle. It
I know,
lasts
but you haven't-
forever.
But you label it.
I can't label it because I don't know what's in it.
Taste it.
Oh, Lord, have mercy for Jesus.
That's what you do in a kitchen. What is this?
No, it's the same bottle. Like when it runs out, then I'll label it. But up until I label it, that's all there is. And that's it, you guys. I've gotten a little bit of clear coat on my little spatula, so I think I'm gonna cheat and put it inside of this bag.
All right,
And
let's.
I don't see any saran wrap, so I just grabbed any plastic that I had sitting around here, you guys. And so, and I am going to do a layer of rock hard top coat, probably 2 coats over the top of this to make sure that these coasters are going to be like usable, right? The rock hard top coat is a marine grade sealer. And even though I can't find it right now, I will, and I'll do 2 coats. Or you could do a coat of like epoxy resin over the top of these. That would be another option. Just make sure that you seal your paper before and let it dry before you do your resin.
Renee Jones says very cold in Bullard, Texas. Laura Rivera's in Las Vegas. She does well. She put up a chilly emoji.
A
So I'm
chilly
gonna assume-
emoji. It's Vegas. It's not like, does it get cold in Vegas?
It's a desert, yeah.
I mean, but it gets cold like it does
It
here,
gets
though.
Arizona
it's
cold,
not
yeah.
like Minnesota cold.
If you go a little bit to the west, if you go to Pahrump, that gets really cold.
I know that.
And the further north you go in Nevada, it gets cold.
Where's the gold mine? Because I know it's really cold there.
In Nevada, I don't know.
Oh,
but I
One
know
of my
Reno gets very cold.
the
So
caregivers who worked for me came from Nevada, and her husband worked for the gold mine, and she talked about how cold it was over
Tina
there.
Beth Hodges from the mountains of North Carolina, 22 degrees. Mary Sharkey says she's Arizona cold. Marty Hardy says 10 degrees in Moscow, Idaho. Oh, Laura Rivera says it's 57. Yeah, that's cold for us.
That
Cassandra
is.
Smith, it's 45 in Texas. She's freezing. She does the heat.
Right, Cassandra?
Lisa Bouvier Avery, windy, chilly Adirondacks.
Oh man, y'all see what I did? So see how I barely missed my edge right there? Y'all see that? It's because I was yapping and my paper got tilted. And I had plenty of room. I could have left myself more. That's why I like to leave a little margin for error to prevent that. But I was talking. But it's okay. I'm gonna grunge those edges up and nobody will ever know.
Kathleen O'Brien Hoovis, do you have scissors that you use just for paper? She uses hers for everything, but was told she should keep one for just paper.
I am not like, if a company wants to test some craft supplies to see how durable they are, I am the woman for that. I am the woman to do that because I am not nice to my craft supplies. I do not, because I know I have some friends, they have craft scissors and they have paper scissors and they have kitchen scissors. Like,
You have craft scissors, kitchen scissors, open the box scissors, and they're all the same.
open the can of paint scissors.
Yeah, they're all the same.
I know. It's no bueno.
Jill Schneckloth Burmeister, missed you at Pinners, was there.
Oh.
Did get the kit, love the clutch. She heads back to Iowa in the 30s all day long on Tuesday.
Oh my goodness.
If you did the kit,
Well, she bought the kit, but she didn't do the she didn't do the make and take in
gotcha,
the booth.
okay. All
I'm
right.
gonna shoot this really quickly, you guys, because I want to trim it, but I want it to be nice and clean. So, one of the things when you're using your sanding block or a sandpaper to trim your decoupage, if you want to get a really clean trim, you want to have your paper be dry first.
All right, so here, now we're starting to get some votes on whether to do Christmas.
It's too late now.
Laura Rivera says sure. Holly Murphy says yes. Mary Sharkey says yes. Barbara Garrels says no. Marty Hardy says spend time with your family.
Oh, okay. You mean for the
For the
extra,
for a show.
for the day?
Belinda Ruth, yes, I'm in for Christmas. I'll be tired, but would enjoy watching to be able to decompress. Liz Garcia Bauer, if the others can spend Thanksgiving watching football, I don't see anything wrong with watching you on Christmas.
Right, Liz. Liz is on our design team. Did you guys see the dresser? Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Quick. Liz did a dresser using the Bear from the Winter Beast decoupage paper, and it is so cute. Her blending is fabulous. The video went up this morning. Sorry.
Laura Rivera says by then we'll all be over Christmas.
Right.
Chris Schmidt, any evening you would like to spend with us is great for her. Oh, the gold mine is on the border of California and Nevada.
Yeah.
Oh, by State Line? Okay, I know where
No,
State
not
Line
Rankin.
is.
Oh, it was right there. It left just that quick.
I didn't know there was a gold mine by State Line. Okay. I've passed through there a couple of times, so. Rochelle Stratton says, hello from Wyoming. Didn't we have a contingent? The Wyoming girls?
Minnesota.
Oh, no, they were the Montana girls.
Was it Montana? Oh, yeah, they were the Montana girls.
The Montana
yes.
girls, yeah. Let's see. Corinne Godfrey got a foot up in Canada of snow. 18 degrees in Ottawa, says Sergine. 30 degrees in New York City, says Denise Rodriguez. Alyssa Visithin, what kind of dryer is that?
You guys, this dryer, I love it so much. It is so quiet and it's so hot. It's actually not a dryer, but you guys know me. This is an embossing. It's a heat tool. It's by Ranger. If you guys put hashtag Amazon on Facebook, if you put it on YouTube, I'll put the link up for you. It'll send you a link to my Amazon store, and this is listed in there as one of my favorite craft supplies. But it's a Ranger heat tool, and I do love this. I use it to dry with most of the time. Sometimes I'm embossing, but not very often. Mostly I like it because it's super quiet.
Melissa McCracken on YouTube said she would love a Christmas. Tommy Smith says she would be there Christmas Eve. We don't typically do Saturday night.
No.
Because everybody's busy on a Saturday night.
Well, and honestly, like there's like a not unspoken rule, but a lot of us crafters have like our time slots, you know,
Yeah,
and so I would hate to encroach upon somebody else's like time
right.
slot. So that's why I try to keep it here. Not to say that there isn't anybody else Sunday night, but a lot of us are at least like aware of each other.
Yeah, you get into a pattern. You know what your times are. You know.
Yes. Like I know Mara is going to be on tomorrow morning answering questions. Um, Cassandra is on Wednesdays for
I was going
Train
to say
Wreck
Cassandra
Wednesdays.
Smith. I always see
Yeah.
her pop up.
And then Ellen J. Goods is Monday morning and Friday mornings. And then Tammy is Monday morning on Royce Treasures. Anyways, there's a schedule.
Yeah.
It's an unspoken rule, but it's kind of there. And so now that I've decoupaged it like it's one piece, you guys, I'm just going to take my, I bought some old school, what are these called again? X-Acto knives from the thrift store. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to take my tape off and then I'm going to trim my paper. And that's like a lot easier than trying to decoupage each of them individually.
Oh, we had a question. What was the paper?
This is Vintage Wallpaper is the name of this paper.
Thank you. Let's see. Jill Schneckloth, Burmeister. We have our Christmas on the Sunday before Christmas.
Oh.
So I'd love to watch you on Christmas night. If you can enjoy family, then do so. So basically saying if you can do it, that's cool. If you can't, that's fine too.
We'll be done enjoying family by then. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll be done with family by then.
Oh my gosh.
Abracadabra Refurbished
Hey, Jessica.
is in Wisconsin. It's 32 degrees. She wants to move to Texas.
Oh my goodness.
But remember, I've been in Wisconsin. Wisconsin's infrastructure stays up and running.
Oh, that's true.
Texas, you're rolling the dice.
Well, they're not used to getting that kind of severe weather in Texas.
Apparently, it's that cold right now.
Is it again?
Yeah. No, it's not below freezing, but it's very cold.
When I painted mine, I tried really hard not to get paint on the sides because I really like the wood. This is actually a nice wood. Don't ask me which one because I don't remember.
Ooh, we got Shaz Conover from the UK.
Hey, Shaz. And so I'm just using my my little sanding block to sand off any white paint that I got on my wood around the side. And I want to do that before I seal it because it's just going to be a lot easier. I may have been working in haste trying to get ready for our live tonight. But these are pretty much done, you guys. Like, how cute would this be? You could just take a bunch of these. And so they're not perfectly matchy-matchy, right? But they coordinate automatically because we made them all together. And so I can just like take these and maybe take a really pretty piece of ribbon and tie them together with a bow and like a little note for like, thank you for hosting us. And again, I'm going to go over the top of these with 2 coats of a marine grade sealer. But you could also seal these first and let them dry and then do a coat of epoxy resin over the top too if you want to make them like super durable.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
Would you put anything on the bottom? Like, would you paint the bottom, or would you include like little rubber feet, for lack of a better term, so they don't scratch a table?
You could, or you could just put a felt sheet. At Dollar Tree has felt sheets that are sticky on the back. That actually is a good idea, babe.
There you go.
Because you could just like set this down, you know, and mark it around and cut it out and put felt on the bottom. And that would keep from scratching people's table. I kind of want to, I told myself I was going to keep it simple so we can get through all the projects, but they're simple. So I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to seal the top of this paper and we're going to set this aside. And if we have time, I'd like to come back and put some topography over the top of these with a transfer. So I'm just going to clear coat these and we're going to set them aside and then hopefully we'll have time to come back.
Christy Seiler on YouTube. I was just called out by my daughter, Kaylee, because I mentioned watching your live with my mother and left her out.
Hi, Kaylee.
We were all watching together 3 generations of Hennigans and Chiapas. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
That's cool. Your daughter watches crafting with you? I have boys. I need them to marry nice girls who want to craft with me. I'm going to talk to Jordan about that. Make it happen. Make it happen. Okay, so that's our first craft.
Or cork. We have 2 people suggest cork. Angie Champagne and Corey
Oh
Christensen.
yeah, cork too, because you
Yeah.
can buy that sticky back cork too, and that would be really good. And that would be like extra good, because I'm like thinking about seriously. I don't like going to a party empty-handed. It's gonna be a bottle of wine or something I've made. One of the two.
Yeah, I'm good for wine.
You're good for wine.
Yeah, I'll take a bottle of wine. It's just easy.
Well, in our neighboring county, we have wineries there, and so we like to buy local wines and then take them. Let's start our next project because we may have to wrap around back to it. So we'll go ahead and get started. And I meant to grab a whole sheet of this paper. You guys are helping me out, right? Because every year I say I'm going to decorate for the holidays and I get busy and then it's the holidays. So you guys are going to help me make some stuff for my house. So I can actually get it done.
So you just mentioned full sheet. Can I bring up when we were at Pinner's at our booth, we had to tell people just to show that there are people who have never decoupaged before.
Mm-hmm.
Don't throw out because they wanted to throw out the scraps.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
Don't throw out the scraps.
scraps do not get thrown out; they get repurposed.
Yes. Yeah, the frames project is a really good example of the scraps being repurposed.
Oh, this is cold-blooded. Lisa Ortolin, who's in Brisbane, Australia, says it's 91 degrees.
91 degrees what?
Well, that's Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
see.
guessing that's what, 28,
See?
29
I knew it.
Celsius, somewhere around there.
I knew it. I'll host this if you bring wine. I bring good wine too. So for this one, I pulled out this paper. This one is called Textures. It's one of my favorites. I love texture, but sometimes it takes a lot of like layers to build texture. So this one's a nice cheater. So it has this texture as one half of the paper and the other half is like a blue patina texture. So I thought so this is my thought process. I have a glass door with panes and I want to make a door hanger, but I'm always afraid if I put something too heavy on there, I'm gonna like break my glass or something. So I thought this would be something that would be a nice weight to hang on my door. And because it's still kind of fall, that this orange would be really pretty. And then we could just paint this and put it on top of there and maybe add something with a mold, but I don't know. Because once I picked this up, because my door, do I have a picture of my front door? Let me see. My front door is, we made a custom color. So it's half Poseidon and half Abyss. It's like a bluish greenish color. I guess you can see a peek of my door in this picture. So, you guys can see like a sliver of my door. Sorry, I didn't want to look for too long. But to the right, you guys see that color, right? So wouldn't this look pretty on there? So I could either do something that's like congruent with the door, or I could do something that contrasts. What do you guys think? I'm thinking contrast would be pretty. As soon as I said that, I think this would be a really pretty contrast against that blue door. Okay, I made up my mind. Sorry. That's what it's like inside of my head, y'all. It's craziness. It's madness. Let me check on my people on TikTok because I can't see. Thank you, Bailey. Coasters? Yeah. We're making coasters. We're decoupaging coasters for hostess gifts. That's just one of the things. I have a couple of things on our schedule for tonight. So even though this paper is the same, like when I look at the different sections, each section has different qualities. So I'm just trying to figure out. This one has like some grays and some blues in there that I'm kind of digging. So I think I'm going to use like this section right here.
Mary Casey, Daphne Stowe, and Dreaming Cat Studio all say contrast.
Yeah, I think as soon as I said it, like, yeah. Because my porch, we painted it. What do we paint the porch? Urban Rhino, I think, which is it's a really pretty gray, but it does have some green in it. So everything is pretty like.
You're still on the picture of the.
Oh, am I? I'm sorry.
Porch. Yeah.
My bad.
I mean, it's a lovely picture.
So this is, so I guess I can tell you guys what this is. I went thrifting And this is a tart tin. And I know there's probably a culinary person on here who is like wincing, but I got it at the thrift store for $1. That's where I got it at. And it does say made in France on the back too. But it does have like some, como se dice, some rust around the edges. So I hope that makes it okay because I'm using it. I painted the bottom white and I kind of like that it was separated. That was cool. It's going to make my job a lot easier. So if you see a tart pan in the grocery store, think about making like a sign or a door hanger. So let's get this decoupaged on there and then we'll figure out what we're going to do over the top.
I'm guessing Rita Garber Grain was asking if you got that from Michael's. Because she said, did you go to Michael's?
We went to Michael's, but I just bought flowers for my trees at Michael's.
Oh, is she asking from Pinners? Yes.
Yes. When we went to Pinners, I didn't have enough flowers, so my poor husband, everybody, after setting
Everybody, because
up,
we had a car full.
except for Jackie and Tammy, after setting up literally all day, and eating dinner, we went to Michael's, or I went to Michael's. They wouldn't even go in with me, y'all, talking about they knew I would come out faster if I went in by myself. Just wrong. So hurtful.
It was funny. You asked me if we could go. I had to explain, even though I was driving, it was not our car, so I couldn't make that decision. And then Stephanie goes, "Oh, sure." And I'm like, "Really, Stephanie?"
You were trying to make Stephanie the bad guy.
I absolutely was.
I see.
I have no hesitation. I'll throw somebody under the bus in a heartbeat.
So they let me go in by myself, you guys, so that I wouldn't be in there all night. But I got some fall flowers for like 75% off. And then I did end up buying some Christmas because it was 40% off. So, and I'm just doing quick, you guys. And I know I usually show decoupage like step by step by step, but I do like to show you guys sometimes that once you know how to do it, you do not have to be super precious. Like you can just, it's easy.
Is anybody
Easy
watching
peasy, lemon squeezy
that has gone through culinary school? I'm just curious if they saw the tart tin and went, "Are you kidding me? That's like Julia Child's original tin."
I know. I'm hoping that that's not okay. I hope not. But it was at the thrift store. And this is the second tart tin I've done. I actually like them because they're 2 pieces. And so it makes it really easy because you can like decoupage or do whatever you're going to do to the back and then pop it in. And it's like a ready-made frame. So I'm going to go ahead and just, same thing. Let me hit this with a little bit. This metal is going to dry way faster than the wood though. 2 reasons. One, there's nothing like when you decoupage on wood, the wood is actually absorbing some of the moisture from your decoupage medium. And the metal is just not going to do that because it's a non-porous surface, and the metal kind of gets hot from my dryer, so I feel like it's drying from the back and the front, so it dries like super quick. Alyssa says her husband holds her hand the entire time. No.
Yeah, he's not trying to be romantic. He's trying to keep me from buying too much.
Now that's funny. Oh my gosh. I go in with a thought, like I'm going to get A, B, C, and then you get in there and there's E, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Like all the things are in there.
Barbara Garrell says, "Thrift store makes everything open season."
Yes. Thank you, Barbara. That's what I think.
Well, you hear about those things. Well, I bought this at a flea market. I bought this at a garage sale, and it's an original Picasso or or a first edition Betsy Ross flag, or
Yeah. I mean, I guess I've found nice things at the thrift store, but I've never found like $1,000 nice things at the thrift store. And I think most of the thrift stores nowadays kind of vet their stuff out a little bit.
They do.
Because they list the expensive stuff on like eBay or something. I even saw Goodwill has a website. Like seriously, Goodwill, I can't afford to shop for you in store. You want me to go on a website?
Well, we saw that when we went to Tucson Comic-Con. Goodwill had a booth.
Yeah, with all the toys. So, all those donations that they're getting, they're vetting them out and then taking them to Comic-Con, which as a nonprofit, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's actually pretty industrious for them to think like that. But
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that because
No.
they put their money right back into programming.
yes,
So I'm fine with that. But that just makes it harder for anybody who's looking for something in particular, hoping to find it at a Goodwill.
yes,
Yeah.
probably not going to happen.
Not going to. Sergine Crochet, are you using the texture paper?
Ooh, yes, this is the texture paper. So we're using the. Why did I get so tight all of a sudden? What did I do? Let me zoom you guys out. I feel like I got tight all of a sudden for no reason. So this is the texture paper. Doesn't it look like you could just touch that texture? I am a texture junkie, so I love it. I do. And so once I decoupage, you guys see how my edges are lifting a little bit. And it's because I'm usually concentrating to make sure I don't leave any blank areas in the middle. So I have a tendency to miss the edges, but it's not a big deal because I can just take my brush and go underneath those edges and it is good to go.
Well, Linda Ruth, I found 8 large tart tins at a yard sale for $2.
See?
Haven't used them for anything yet. It's been 3 years.
Yeah, but a door hanger, that'd be a nice hostess gift. Make somebody a door hanger that says welcome. Mine's going to say thankful. So I'm going to go right over the top of this, you guys, and seal it. And I keep going back and forth about the edge, so I'm not going to do anything tonight, but I will make sure and post a picture of the final product when I'm done. Just because I just can't make up my mind. I want to paint it black, but then I'm not sure because we live in Arizona and it's dusty here. I hate to put anything black on the porch because it's going to be gray tomorrow.
Shaz Conabier says, I got a lot of trolley, so it's a challenge to see how much she can carry. Do you have to pay a deposit and get it back, like a pound coin? Because there are some places that do that, where, like Germany, you have to put, I don't know if Deutschmarks, if a one mark is a coin or paper.
Oh, okay.
But you have to put it in to get what we would call a cart, what they call a trolley.
Oh, wow.
And then you get it back when you take it back. So you have to walk it back in, not a cart corral, but take it back to the store.
See, they don't understand. When I go to a store, I try not to get a cart because if I get a cart, I'm going to put more stuff in it.
Well,
I think that's why stores here let us take carts for free because they know if we take a cart, we're going to put more stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just curious if the UK they charge for a trolley or not. Not charge, but a deposit.
If you have to make it like a deposit.
Like at the airport, you could get thing. Do you get that money back? Yeah, you do, right?
I think you have to pay to use it at the airport.
Yeah, but I thought you got it back. I don't know. I haven't flown in a long time.
I'm trying to think because I used one the last time I went to Colorado, but I don't remember. So I'm trying to figure out, I want to do a metallic color, but I want something, this is one of the reasons I thought about doing the blue because it's going to be hard to pick a metallic that's going to pop off of this.
Shaz says yes, you have to pay £1, but you do get it back. And then Mary Casey and Mary Sharkey both said they do that. There's a couple of places in Chicago, and Aldi's is one of the ones that does that.
That does that. Maybe because people take them home.
Well, there's that, because I remember my friend Mark, I'm not giving you his last name, would,
you're going to snitch Mark out. I see you.
Would steal carts, and then he would build using, look, here's the deal. Growing up in Chicago, if there was a job site, they planned for some of the lumber to go missing.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a lot of things that would just magically disappear from job sites.
Oh, Lord.
And so he would take carts for the wheels, and then he would take some of the wood from the job sites.
See, that's why people got to pay deposits.
Exactly. And he would make, what would you call those?
Like a go-kart?
Not a go-kart, but you would put something on it. So, like, for example, it was a way to move the snowmobile around when there was no snow.
Okay.
You put it on there and you'd roll it into the garage or you know.
Yes.
It functioned like a trolley, for lack of a better term.
So I'm going to be using some aqua patina. This is from Posh. And I think this is going to be pretty close to that, next to that.
That man grew up to be mayor of Chicago. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Oh my gosh.
No, he did not.
No,
Um,
but I want to tell you guys about my husband. We went to Goodwill in Mesa, and they have the big old bars on the cart so that you can't roll them out. And there my husband is popping a wheelie to get out the store with the cart.
I brought the cart back,
I know,
and I brought
baby.
it into the store, into the rack. I'm a good boy.
I know, baby, but the whole principle is that you're not supposed to take it out the
I
store.
know the guy holding the door cracked up when I did that,
I
didn't he? Yeah.
know, causing problems.
Let's see. Chris Schmidt, Aldi grocery stores require a quarter to get a cart. Never have to drive around them in the parking lot. See, that's the point. Somebody said that shopping carts or trolleys, for those of you in the UK or Australia, are the how you determine morality.
Oh, I always put mine back in the corral.
That's it. You know, if you're not close to the corral, do you walk it to the
I
corral or do
do.
you leave it in your space? And
No.
that dictates morality. You know, how moral of a person are you? I'm
Oh. I don't know if
I'm
I'm
corral.
moral a person, but I just because I don't want somebody else's car to get dinked. That's my whole thing. I hate when people leave their carts and then you walk out and you see a cart like rolling towards your car.
Yeah. Chris Schmidt, yes, like a dolly. Just but flat, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so it would use that for big stuff. Mainly for a snowmobile.
Mm, mm,
So
mm.
um,
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. My younger years when we were struggling, there would be like grocery carts at the apartment complex. But I usually picked up a cart at the apartment complex and took it to the store. I may have brought it back though, because I didn't have bus money. I cannot tell a lie. I was broke, baby. I was trying to make it.
um, yeah, I always wondered about those ladies with the two-wheel basket.
Oh yeah, the one that like when you go to the flea market.
Yeah, because we used to see those a lot in Chicago, and they
What do
would
you
get
guys
on the
think?
bus and stuff.
Yes.
And now that I'm this age, I'm like, oh, I totally get it.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, let me show you guys. I think that that green is really pretty against that orange. What do you guys think? And I think I'm gonna put it like cattywankers a little bit. Thankful. And I just want to put something else on there. I feel like it's missing something. You guys can give me ideas because that deer is going to be too big, or I will put him on there.
Sherry Benhart, my husband thinks I'm crazy. She straightens up the cart corral when she returns it. Yeah,
Sometimes I do. If I can't fit the cart in there right, then I will straighten it out. But that's the
yeah.
only
I don't
time,
want I don't want
Sherry.
those carts moving around and smacking somebody's car.
It's in the corral though, babe.
No, sometimes they're not because the kid hasn't come out to get the carts fast
Oh
enough.
yeah. No, yes. I thought you meant like in the cart.
Yeah.
So this is my plan. Is once I decide exactly what I'm going to do in this middle, I think I need something else. Don't you guys think I need something else? Like that's kind of boring. I think it's boring.
I agree. Superman symbol.
No, not a Superman symbol.
I just
I'm going to think about it though. I'm gonna think about it. We'll think about it. We're gonna set this one aside for now. But like this would be a super cute door hanger. I'm gonna hot glue the base onto the frame once I decide what I'm gonna do with the frame. And then I can just use Velcro on the back. Because I'm thinking I'm gonna put a piece of Velcro on the top and the bottom and Velcro it to the door so that it doesn't like flap around when people walk in and out. So that's my plan for this one. And then what time is it?
it
Ooh,
is.
I'm doing good.
We're just under an hour.
So am I going too fast, y'all? I the one night we did three projects. You guys seem to like that, so I thought we'd do multiple projects at least a few times a month.
Kathleen Hoover suggests possibly patina the tin.
Ah, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I may actually use some real patina on the tin, is what I was thinking about. I have some stuff from Modern Masters that you can spray on there and make it real patina-y, and that's what I'm thinking that I may do.
Jill Burmeister, I was at Target in Mesa the other day. There were carts all over the parking lot. Makes me mad. We have so many lazy people in today's world. There are plenty of cart racks to put your cart in if you just walk a little. The one that gets me is the handicap slots. There's
Yeah.
usually not a cart corral close to that because they want as much room for the cars,
I know, but a
people in
lot of people
wheelchairs.
use the cart to steady themselves, though.
I know, and those carts stay there, and then they wind up blocking
Oh,
the
yeah.
handicap spots. So that's the one that kind of gets me.
So this transfer, you guys, is one of my favorite transfers. Um, and sorry, it's like if you guys knew the POTS transfers, they used to be in the tubes. These are the traditional POTS transfer, but when they put them in the pads, they actually improved upon them because you get 2 pages of black and you get a page of white and then a page of blue. So I really love this transfer. That's why I want to put some on those coasters, I think. I am so sorry, you guys. I'm still getting over that not flu, whatever it was that we had.
Peggy Missile suggests maybe a little greenery. Chris Schmidt says maybe some succulents with Thankful.
I know. Oh, like some real. Oh, that's a good idea.
So there you
I
go.
like that idea. I could put them in the bottom right there. Okay. Actually, that's a really good idea. It's probably what I'm going to do. So these are 3 Crocs that I have. You guys, I am like a sucker for a Croc. When I go to the thrift store, if there's a Croc, it's probably going to go home with me because I love them so much. So these are 3 that I picked out to make like a little vignette on my dresser in my living room. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the dresser. I made it look like my brain is so dead. An apothecary cabinet. But
Sure.
anyways, we're gonna put the Christmas tree in the corner, and I thought it would be cute to balance it out by putting 3 little Christmas trees on the opposite end of that console. So these are the 3 like um, things that I'm gonna put the Christmas trees in. But I'd like to bring them together with something, and so I thought that it would be pretty if I had some topography on each one of them. What are you over there giggling about?
I have to, because I do this on my radio show. I let people behind the curtain. I was yawning very, very hard there just for a moment, and Royce looked over. So if you thought she gave me side eye, she did.
No, I gave him. I thought he was laughing at me. That's why I gave
No,
me
I
side
was
eye.
yawning. I got up very early this morning.
I
For me,
know. What time did you get up this morning?
between 5:30 and 6.
No.
So
So I'm trying to figure out like which one is gonna fit on um, my piece really well. I kind of want to save these that have just the topography for the smaller ones because it's going to be easier for me to cut those apart and use one of the ones that are like more interesting to put on the larger one. I'm thinking this one right here is going to be nice. And the cool thing is when I get to the dark one, I'll be able to use a white one on this one.
Shaz says 99% of British return their trolley. Very rare to see them in the car park. I'm curious, do the Brits, I think Canadians do the same thing Americans do, which is we tend to shop for the week.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Saturday, hit the grocery store, get all the food for the week. If you have 2 boys like we each had, that lasts a day.
Yes.
But that's what you try to do. I'm curious if the Brits do that too, because there's a couple of big stores, right? Isn't I'm trying to think of it.
Now we were watching some show. We were talking
Tesco
about the
isn't.
fact that they shop daily.
Yeah, isn't Tesco a big kind of Walmarty store, grocery and department? So I'm just curious if the Brits do that, if they shop for the week or they shop daily. It's one thing I'm trying to convince you to do is shop daily.
I know. He wants me to leave the house. So, if you haven't used the transfer, you guys, they come with the backer paper and the artwork is on the front. And so this little brayer comes in the transfer and I'm literally just rubbing this onto my surface. And the only thing that transfers is the actual artwork, which is nice.
So Shaz says most people do the week or the month, and she does the month at Tesco. Yeah. Marty Hardy, I get up between 3 and 3:30. Dogs have to go out. Once I wake up, I'm up. That's why I don't have dogs.
No.
I get up at 5:30 for work, so which is better than my first radio job when I did get up at 3.
No.
So,
I mean, I've had jobs where I've had to do that, but I'd rather not. Now I'm usually up until like Lord only knows when, and then I wake up when I want to. Now to prep this, you guys, I did clean this really well with soap and water, and then I took my little alcohol wipes and just wiped each of these down as well.
so that's what Mary Sharkey asked. Did you have to do anything or put anything on the crock before putting on the transfer?
I did not have to put anything. I just make sure that your surface is really clean and that there isn't going to be anything on there to affect the adhesion of your transfer.
So what do you recommend for cleaning? Is it Dawn? Just like...
Yeah, just regular, any kind of dishwashing liquid is fine because it's going to be a degreaser, any dishwashing liquid. We use Dawn.
Well, Dawn gets used for a lot of stuff. I've noticed
does.
in industrial use,
Yes.
people like Dawn. So
And I like the old school Dawn in the blue bottle, the cheap one. That fancy stuff does not work as well. Sorry. I feel very strongly about that. I've spent some extra money on that extra newfangled Dawn, and I was very disappointed. So I went back to my old school Dawn. Just the
Lisa
regular blue stuff.
Bouvier Avery, I shop Instacart. Best thing ever invented. What is Instacart?
Where you shop online and then you just go pick it up.
Well, isn't that each individual store? I know Target does that, Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart called it Instacart, I believe, when they came out with it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So how cute is that, right? So now this plain old, I mean, it's still, and the integrity of the crock is still there, right? But now it has something special. I saw somebody post in one of the groups a question. They had a picture of the crock and they were asking if they should do anything to it. I will tell you that it's my personal experience that when I put topography on my crocks, they move out of my booth way faster. Remember? And we have some in Wilcox.
Oh, what was it at Thieves Market?
At Thieves Market too, yeah.
Yeah.
It always sells better when it has topography on it. Now, if I were going to sell this, I would seal it. And because it's a crock and they're naturally shiny, I would use a high gloss sealer to seal this. So for me, it would be like Wise Owl varnish in the glossy finish. But I know that I'm just going to sit this on my bureau and put a Christmas tree in it, so it's fine. And it's not even a real Christmas tree, y'all. It's a fake Christmas tree. So this is going to be good enough. So we're going to set this aside. But you guys see how quick that, I mean, like I feel like that was a transformation, right? But it was like super quick and super easy. So let's do 2 more. This one is a dark one, right? So we can't put black. I mean, we could put black on there, but you wouldn't be able to see it very well. So we're going to use a white transfer on this one.
So Lisa Avery says they deliver. So Instacart delivers.
Oh, you don't even have to go pick it up?
So is it limited to metropolitan areas? Because we
Maybe.
don't have that here.
I don't think we have. I think we do have it, or we had it, because actually Dom was doing it to pick up some extra cash.
But isn't that basically Uber?
No,
Uber
I mean he would
Eats?
just you pick. Oh no, he talked about doing it. He didn't actually do it, but
Yeah.
you just know they hire drivers to deliver. You go online and you order, and then they deliver.
Mm.
So for this one, it's a smaller crock, right? So I don't have a ton of options. This is my favorite one. This one that says industrious something. It says something in French. So, and it has a laurel and a crown on it. So I'm going to see if I can fit that one.
Kathleen Hoovis finds the new Power Spray Dawn very hard to rinse off. You need to rinse and rinse or it leaves a residue.
I'm going to give you a trick, girl. Look, take that bottle, fill it up half with water, and with the other half that's left, fill up half of that with alcohol, and then the half that's left with regular Dawn dishwashing liquid, and shake it up.
So,
I'm just saying, then people be overcharging you for that.
So a half water, a quarter alcohol, a quarter Dawn.
Yes.
All right.
And you have used some Power Clean. I learned that on TikTok, by the way, and I use it, and it does work.
Holly on YouTube says she's not a morning person either. I'm not. It's just my job makes me.
He's like, I don't want to be a morning person.
Yeah, I have no
He
desire.
says that, but he wakes up early.
Because my job, I'm used to it.
No, I mean during the week.
No, when I was a sports editor, I got up at 11 o'clock every day.
Oh, my.
Because I would go to bed at 3.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause sports ends at 10, 11. Got to finish off the newspaper. By the time I got home, got a little bite to eat, watch a little TV. I went to bed at 3, got up at 11.
Yeah.
It was a great life.
Who was it?
Well, I mean, I didn't see anybody other than athletes, but You cannot be a sports writer or a sports editor and have a good relationship.
Oh, because you don't get to see your familia.
You really don't. You're working second shift. And second shift just kills any possibility of relationship.
That's no way, no.
No.
No sports editing for you.
No, I'm good. I'm done.
I want to ask a question because, so I put a post on the Royce page this week, and there was like a list of things like turkey, rolls, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, and I think pie. And like you have to get rid of one. People were way too excited about getting rid of cranberry sauce.
No, you get rid of the stuffing.
Stuffing wasn't on the list.
Well, I'm sorry, it needs to go.
I make this little bitty tiny container of dressing because me and my friend are the only two who eat dressing.
Well, if my oldest was here, he would be there
He
with
would
you.
eat it,
He's a stuffing guy. But
I don't make stuffing. I make dressing.
well,
baby.
whatever
There's a
you want to
difference.
call
There's a difference.
Let's see. Barbara Garrels, Colorado has Instacart optional pickup or delivery, extra
okay.
of course. Mary Sharkey, I had to be a morning person for 30 years for work, no more.
You know, I think it's funny. I always, because my grandmother would make us, oh my gosh, my grandmother would make us get up. Like if you slept till 8 o'clock, you slept in. And she would wake you up at 8 o'clock and be like, you done slept half the day away. And she would make you get up. So I had this like impression in my mind that all older people got up early. And then when I became the director of CCAS and we started, we were serving seniors, I quickly realized that was not the case.
See, now I always found that the seniors I knew were up early.
No. Well, they might be up, but they don't want to be bothered. They don't want no housekeeper coming to their house early.
Well, yeah.
Nobody wanted the 8 to 10 slot is the hardest one to fill because nobody wants anybody that early.
Every senior I knew, my grandmother, my great aunts and uncles, their friends, they went to bed so early they would get up early.
I just love that. Sorry.
Let's see. Angie Champagne, rolls can go.
What?
Peggy Missile, get rid of cranberry sauce. No.
I actually, I'm so sad. We have a local artisan bakery, and that's where I order my rolls from for Thanksgiving. And I forgot to order last week. I hope it's not too late because she's not open on Sunday and Monday.
Oh, then
I'm
you're
so
probably
sad.
hosed.
I may have to call Lori and beg her.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Yes? I like the white on the dark, right? And it's still topography, so they can still go together. They still go together. But they're still just a little bit different. And then we have our little guy, which brings these two together, who has like all the flavors on it. So I thought because it's mostly white that we'll use the dark on here.
Belinda Ruth, I choose to get rid of the rolls. Keep the cranberry, lose the rolls. That's her Thanksgiving take on The Godfather. Take the cannoli, leave the gun.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
All right, here we go. I know I'm going to mispronounce this. Angie Luigi Maioni, un saluto de Napoli, Italia. I hope I got that close. She's watching from, I'm guessing, Napoli, Italy.
Hello.
Barbara Garrel says mashed potatoes gone.
What? The potatoes? I don't even ask me because I can't get rid of anything.
You asked me yesterday. I don't particularly like sweet potatoes, so yams, candied yams, or sweet potatoes, they can go.
No.
And dressing, those are the two. But turkey, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes.
I would probably give up the turkey before I gave up anything else. That's bad, but it's true.
All right, now seriously, we're gonna have to call for counseling.
I'm just saying.
And the pumpkin pie has to be there.
No, the sweet potato pie has to be
You know
there.
what? My ex, one year decided we weren't going to have pumpkin pie. She wanted a different pie.
Mm-hmm.
This is the woman who also changed the living room once a month.
Yes.
And I would crack my shins and fall over stuff because I would come home from work late, being a sports writer.
That sounds like a setup to me, baby.
I think she was trying to kill me. I'm pretty sure. And I was like, no, I got adamant about that.
About maybe, like, who made the sweet potato pie that you ate?
Oh, I don't know.
See?
One of my aunts. I didn't care for it. But pumpkin pie, I like pumpkin pie. I want a pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna miss my mama's pumpkin pie Thanksgiving this year. Maybe Andrea will make me one.
No, it's Sharon Valencia here.
Well, no, she can make you your pumpkin pie because I don't like pumpkin
Hers
pie.
is so good.
I like savory pumpkin dishes, but I don't like pumpkin pie, which I think is
Peggy
weird,
Missile, I agree on the turkey, my least favorite.
right? Unless it's smoked turkey. So you guys, these are my. So we generally go to a friend's house for Thanksgiving
People are sociopaths.
because our house is really recycled treasures. Just dominates most of our house.
Speaking of which, we got to
So-
clear some stuff.
I know we do.
we got a grandbaby coming.
Kayla couldn't come this week to come help me organize. We have everything that we brought in from Pinners. It's like everywhere.
Yep.
But we're not, I mean, my house is just not a good place to host. So we usually go to my friend Sandra's house. And my contribution is rolls from the bakery and smoked turkey from a barbecue guy we know locally.
And he does a
See?
great job.
He does a good job.
Oof. I love just picking it up to smell it.
It's so good. Now, smoked turkey, I'm not going to give up that because it's just way too good. And so, see, I don't know. I just think they went from being like plain old Crocs to like really cool Crocs now, right? And so I'll set these up together and I'll probably put them on different risers. So my Christmas trees will be different heights. And those will go on my bureau in my living room with my little trees in each of these.
Alyssa Visithin, leave the rolls, but only because she's gluten-free. That's fair. Now, here's where we start getting into individual traditions.
Yes.
Jessica Ann Waller's Simdar's meatballs are my favorite.
Oh, well, yeah, because not everybody eats the exact same thing.
My uncle, my aunt's husband, uncle through marriage, was Italian, so we would always have lasagna or ravioli at Thanksgiving.
When I worked for DES, we would have like the company Christmas party at somebody's house, and everyone would bring like a traditional dish that they would have every year. And it was always fun because it would be different stuff.
Yeah,
Because like
it was-
I'm in for the tamales.
Yeah, it's great to have like a little piece of lasagna on your plate with the turkey and the cranberry. It was great. So,
Actually, I need to order me some tamales too.
let's see. Lori Scott says mincemeat pie. Jessica Waller Simders, we just made turkey soup. Joyce
Ooh,
Phillips
now that sounds
Peterson,
good.
I love dressing the best.
I love dressing. I do. I love my dressing.
Alyssa Visithin, my husband works second shift. She hates it, but she works from home. She makes her own schedule, so they're able to have a long lunch together every day.
Oh, that's good.
Sandra Dietz Lomas, her favorite is the smallest crock.
Didn't it turn out so cute, Sandra?
And Chris Schmidt says crockalicious.
Crockalicious. I'm sorry, you guys. I just had to do it. You guys know how I love topography. So I think just adding another element and then I'll seal this really good. And these are going to be super cute. I used the duck on this one with the crown. So I'm kind of looking for this one, stuff that has like really, I don't know, that's really interesting. Like this one is a rooster, right? So I'm going to use the rooster. And you guys will notice I cut this part off of that one with the duck because it was too big to fit on there. So even though the pieces come the way they are, you can dissect them to be whatever you need them to be. Because my rooster is going to be too big for this one.
On YouTube, Handy and Honey said, "What, mashed potatoes gone? Send those to my house."
Right? I think I'll do this one.
Kathleen Hoovis, my mom always put the giblets in the dressing.
I'm going to have to, no giblets. I know my mom did too. I just can't do it.
My grandmother did. Yeah. I think it's probably why I didn't like the dressing.
Maybe.
Angeluigi Mayoni, if I'm saying that right. I hate to say this. I can't. She's typing Italian.
Oh. We're going to have
Honestly,
to translate it later.
yeah, I'm going to butcher it. I apologize. Sulle non va via con l'acqua. Are you using a lacquer?
I will be using a lacquer on here after I'm done. I will seal it with a marine grade sealer. And the one that I carry is Rock Hard Top Coat, and then Funkature Rock Hard Top Coat. Or you can use como se dice, resin is also a good option if you really want to make sure that it's super durable.
And then she followed up with C'è bisogno di una protezione. I'm guessing something to protect.
Yes.
Look, my uncle was Italian. That does not mean I speak any of this. So
It's a good guess, baby. It sounds reasonable.
I'm gambling here.
Are you gambling?
Angie Champagne says crock on. Oh, Liz Boyle. This is something that we know from here in Arizona. We just made our tamales for the holiday.
Yes.
That's a big deal here in Arizona.
It
I
is a
assume
big
New Mexico
deal.
too, and probably parts of Texas. Boy,
I need all the tamales. I need the green corn tamales, and I need the red chili tamales, and I need the dessert tamales. I need all three after Thanksgiving, which Esther's coming to Thanksgiving, so we will probably have tamales.
there you go. Yeah, it's a very big deal here.
And I like to just go over my transfers and just make sure that it has good contact with the surface so I don't have any like issues with lifting later. But aren't those cute, you guys, with the floral behind there? Okay, one more, and then we'll move on. What time is it? It's 7:13. I think I'll have time for the last one because it's like super quick.
All right, Vicky Wolf Lawson, thank you. You can hit reply and translate other languages on Facebook. All right, let's try it. All right.
I'm curious if you're right.
It's not letting me.
I don't know if you can do it while you're live.
Yeah, it's not. It's allowing me to like, block, delete, or pin.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. I would love to.
I'll reply later.
Yeah.
I'll be sure and go back and reply. So one more.
Liz Boyle made over 40 dozen red and green corn.
Ooh, that was like an assembly line. We used to have an assembly line, although my grandmother was funny. When I left home, like, when I was an adult and I left home, I really thought I could cook because I spent hours in the kitchen with my grandmother. Hours. But I was like her sous chef. I was always chopping and cutting and, So when I left home, I realized there was a lot of steps that got left out to the sous chef, man. But we used to make tamales.
Sandra Dietz Lomas, yes, tamales are a big deal in West Texas. It makes sense. Like our town is 46% Hispanic?
Something like that.
Is our community. If tamales weren't a big deal, there'd be a problem.
Yes.
I mean,
well, like, I think it's funny here that when you go to yard sales, there's a full expectation that somebody has burros.
which are burritos in the rest of the world. Vicky Wolf Lawson, pork tamales, chicken tamales are our favorite.
Yes, chicken tamales with the green chili. Yes, I love those.
I said that. Let's see. Belinda Ruth, the transfers really elevate those coasters.
Right?
Tabby, maybe. I think I'm pronouncing that right. What's a reasonable price for those coasters?
If I were going to sell these, I would probably do a bigger set.
You'd have to do what, 8?
I
right?
would think like 6 or 8,
Yeah.
right? I would probably do 6 though, just from a pricing standpoint. I would do 6 so I could offer a better price. I don't know. I would probably do at least $25 for a set of 6.
Doesn't take long to make.
No.
But.
Well, and these are, what kind of wood is this?
And
This is
you
nice
got them
wood,
custom
too.
cut.
I did. I got these custom cut. They're thicker because the ones on Amazon are thinner than this, and they're made out of balsa wood, which is fine. But I wanted something more substantial, and I don't have these on my website yet, you guys. But I will get them listed this week. I did not want to list them until I could put my hands on them, and I couldn't put my hands on them this evening when I was trying to get set up for the live.
Shaz Conabeer asks, is
Super
Thanksgiving bigger than Christmas? She's in the UK, so they don't celebrate Thanksgiving like we celebrate, or the Canadians.
I think for families, it's like if we have a big Thanksgiving with this side of the family, then we have a big Christmas with this side of the family. Know what I mean? I feel like they're kind of equal. And we don't have kids too, so it's different.
I think kids are the difference maker.
Yeah. I think if we had little ones, Christmas would be a lot bigger than Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, but that's because I like the food that's traditional in Thanksgiving. And I got to be honest, you say that I'm the gift giver in the family, which is true. I buy the gifts, I get the gifts.
Can you look up there and get me a bag of glue sticks? You can keep talking, baby, but I already know what's going to happen. I got one last craft. I think I can get it in before 7:30.
It's a rare thing for Dad to get a gift.
Oh, really?
It always has been. So I think that's why Thanksgiving is my favorite. Where are the glue sticks?
You see those metal bins up there?
I gotta put that down. Which metal bins?
The squares, yeah. So on the one onto your right.
Okay. Oh, they're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He thinks my shed is just a mess.
It
is organized chaos in here. You notice I can tell him exactly where things are. I'm just saying. Thank you.
Sure. So anyway, it was just a rare thing for. It's not that I wouldn't get any gifts, but it was. It's not like everybody else got gifts, and sometimes there were times that the kids looked at me and went, "Oh, Dad didn't get anything."
Oh.
It's like, yeah, Dad didn't. It's okay.
So these were, I think, I'm trying to remember. They were either chair legs or spindles from the back of a chair. I've had them for a while. I can't remember. But you guys, these are so fun because I'm going to put my bottle brush trees in here. And I have them, and you guys will notice that they're like 3 different heights, right? So I can decorate in 3s and then have them at varying heights, which I think just elevates them even more. So I'm actually going to take them out of their base that they came in, and I'm going to stick them in here. See, this is a super quick one. So it's not going to take us any time at all to do this one.
Mary Sharkey says you can get 4x4 travertine tiles to make coasters also.
Oh, that's a good idea. And then they'll be more durable.
Sherry Spade Benhart asks, are they about 4x4? She has scraps from other laser projects that these would be great for.
Oh, yeah. They're about 4x4, yes. I don't have a tape measure. Oh, I do have a tape measure.
Holly says, no gifts for Dad. That's horrible.
Yeah, they're 4x4. Exactly.
Kathleen Hoovis says, I think it's because Dads are the hardest to buy for. I would disagree.
You're feeling some kind of way. I buy you stuff for Christmas.
You do. I'm not saying you don't.
No, I think it's hilarious. This is David and I at Christmas. David usually gets like shoes or a jacket.
You got me the sweater I'm wearing was a Christmas gift.
Yes. And I get tools.
Well, you're not getting tools this year.
I'm not getting tools this year?
I don't know what tools you want.
So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue off of my glue gun here, you guys. And I'm going to stick this in this hole. Now, I've pre-drilled these holes. And I literally just drilled a hole just a little ways down so that it would just support my tree. And then my tree gets to live right there. And I just think doing this, I always feel like it's always the small things that you do in your displays that elevate them. And I think that this is one of the things that you can do with your, is it bottle brush or brush bottle trees? I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. And I bought these. I'm going to tell you, I'm feeling some kind of way because I bought these like 2 years ago, I think. And I spent way too much money for them. And now these are everywhere. They even have them at Walmart. They even have them at Dollar Tree. My feelings are kind of hurt. Just put it in there and let that glue dry. Make sure my tree's going to be sitting up straight. I don't want it to be all whopper jawed, right? I keep moving into where my face is.
Mary Sharkey says she uses the travertine tiles all the time. They have nice character to them when you decoupage over them.
Ooh, I'm going to have to try that.
Joby Marshall said our dad always got gifts. It was a rare thing to get a Father's Day gift. In fact, I don't think I ever got a Father's Day gift.
Oh.
And birthdays are always forgotten. My 50th and 60th, Nothing.
Your 60th, nothing?
Yeah.
Oh, now
That
I
was
feel
this
bad.
year, baby.
I know.
Nothing.
Didn't I buy you something for your birthday?
No, ma'am.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I'm fired.
The kids called, but I don't think they realized it was my 60th birthday.
I'm trying to get the glue off the table, you guys, because I'm cheap. Okay. My glue gun is like oozing glue, even though I'm not squeezing the thing. You guys know how it does. I was going to ask you for a new glue gun for Christmas.
Not now. I'm broke.
You broke.
We bought a new fridge. We're
I
broke.
know.
That fridge talked to me the other day.
I told you, close the damn door.
Close the door. I was freaking out. I heard this noise. I'm like, where is that coming from? I had to go get closer.
Oh, Jennifer, you're so welcome. You have to go get closer. No, because I was trying to put stuff in the refrigerator and it was beeping at me the whole time.
Oh, is Jennifer our Montana group?
I'm guessing yes.
Jennifer, are you from Montana? Thank you for taking time at Pinners to snap a pic with our group.
Yeah, that was Montana. The Montana girls were the troublemakers.
Oh,
Although Jennifer was the one who was not a troublemaker.
They were great. I loved them all.
Oh, I loved them. I did. But, I mean, Jennifer was there at 8 o'clock. The other girls didn't get there till noon on Saturday. They were tired.
Yeah. There was only one. There was one that I told you. She didn't cause a problem.
She wasn't one of the Montana girls.
She was not one of the Montana girls. But there was one young lady that I think I cracked everybody up because I was being very nice to her and being very chatty. And when I turned away, I went, there's no friggin' way. And everybody in the booth laughed. And you explained it as she's the baby.
She was there with her siblings, and she's the baby. They're girls, too. There's a dynamic. I felt her pain because they kept telling her what to do. They did. I saw.
Yeah, but she was...
Oh, yeah. She has to be honorary baby. You have to hold your own.
I may not have gotten a gift at 60, but one thing I've learned at 60, I ain't got time for that.
We made 3 full projects and 1 partial project. I'm kind of happy with that. What do you guys think?
Will you do anything extra to the bases? Would you do anything extra?
So his question is, would I do anything extra with these bases? I personally wouldn't, but you could.
Okay.
I mean, you could dry brush them white or even do like a whitewash on them if you wanted to make it more like, a gray wood. You could paint them. Like if I were going to do anything, I'd probably paint it black and then distress back to the wood. That would be pretty. Or you could just paint them. But I like I like the wood. I like the fact that you could see like the details so that it's something that's upcycled. I think these are super cute. They are going to go on my mantle right now. And they will live there for the Christmas season. And then, so that was our one project. And we did our coasters, which I'm going to go over the top with probably 2 or 3 coats of my marine grade sealer to make sure that they're durable, right? And I'm going to follow you guys' advice too and put some cork on the back. And then we made our Crocs. Or we didn't make the Crocs, but we just made our thrift store Crocs a little more special by putting on some topography on them, which I think elevates them a lot.
Jennifer French Tracy said no, they were from Florida, Texas, and Arizona.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Jennifer. We had a couple of groups we took pictures with, but
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's see. Yeah, I was just curious if you would. I could see like white making it kind of look snowy,
Yeah.
but they look fine. They look good.
But I mean, everything is a matter of preference, right? So like when I show you guys how to do anything, you guys know, like you're going to do it the way you do it. You're going to put your awesome sauce on it, right? So I'm just showing you like the basic premise, and then you guys put your awesome sauce on your stuff to make it.
What about the tart tin? That was asked by Kathleen Hoovis.
So Kathleen, I'm going to have to finish the tart tin because we're out of time. So this is where I am so far with the tart tin. I think that I'm going to use some Modern Masters on this outside ring. And Modern Masters has paint. It has real metal in it. And then it has like a spray that you put on that activates the oxidation of that metal. And so I can make like real rust, right? So I'm thinking that that's what I'm going to do to the ring. And they actually have some that I can make a patina too, like a green patina. So that's what I'm going to do to the ring. And then I don't know what else I'm going to put on here because it feels, oh yeah. So I'm thinking the succulents are going to be perfect. So thankful right here, the patina ring, and then I'll probably nestle some succulents right here at the bottom. And so I'll glue on a piece of foam here on the bottom that I can stick my succulents in, and then I'll have them kind of pouring out of the bottom. That's the plan.
Sonia Hansen asks, where do you get rock hard top coat now?
You can find it on my e-commerce site at recycled.equid.com. There's a bunch of stuff I didn't talk about today. Oh, the kits.
Yep,
So,
that was next from Pamela Adair.
I probably should have talked about this earlier. I'm sorry. So we did have kits left over from Pinners because they don't make us, but they strongly advise that we prepare for 200 people. And like David said, we had somewhere between 50 and 65. I don't know.
And we
People in
had
our
a few
class.
people come into the booth to do the kit.
Yes, we did. We had some people come into the booth to do the kit. And so this is the kit, you guys. I'm going to take everything apart so that you guys can see it, okay? We put the saran wrap in here by design because we have to be self-contained at Pinners. So the saran wrap was to help everybody to do their decoupage, right? But you get your saran wrap, you get your paintbrush, and then there is a, ¿cómo se dice?
Nail file.
A file, that was what I want to say, but a nail file so you can trim your decoupage.
So it's a mini sanding board.
Yeah, like a mini sanding block. And then we've taped these together. I was so stressed out about the class, you guys. You get like 15 minutes to set up, an hour to teach, and 15 minutes to be out of there. So everything was included in this kit. So that everybody had everything they needed and we didn't have to pass out anything.
And you were giving me grief because I was helping the group that taught right before us.
Mm-hmm.
I was helping them clean up. And you were like, baby, they can do it. They can handle it.
It was Joanne's fabric. I'm just saying.
I'm not debating that. But that wound up paying off for us.
Oh, yeah, because we needed extra scissors.
We needed extra scissors.
And David knew where they were because he helped clean up. So you get two pieces, you guys. So you get like your window pane, and then you get the back. And so the kit also includes, like, literally, you have everything you need here. Matte varnish from Wise Owl, antique via, which is the white color from Wise Owl, so that you can paint your window panes if you want.
If you want.
You get glue to glue your pieces together after you're done. And then I actually made a decoupage paper specifically for Pinners. And so this is a sheet that doesn't exist anywhere except for in this kit. And so it just has, I put a collection of all the favorite parts of all the other decoupage paper designs. And so you guys will notice that there's some from, there's an angel, there's birds, there's some scenery. And so in my mind, when I decided what I was going to put on here, I thought you could either make your window so that you're looking in your window. So like if you're looking,
the two young kids.
The two young kids or even the family around the Christmas tree, right? You're looking into the window or you're looking out of your window. So, because you could either be looking out at the weather. So all of that comes in the kits. The kits will be listed for $30, including shipping. So that's free shipping for $30. I'll get them posted tonight. I know I was going to try to do it before I came on. And I think we'll come on not Thanksgiving Sunday, but the following Sunday, and we'll work on it together.
Yeah, we have to take our grandson home. So that's a rough one because it's a 2-hour drive there, 2.5-hour drive there, 2.5-hour drive back.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know that it's doable for us to be on next Sunday. I'm sorry.
We'll see what happens. But I'll have these listed on the kit later tonight. I was meant to get them listed today before we came on, but these will be available. And like I said, I'll put the date on the listing. I'll put the date that we'll do the live together. So I'm kind of excited about getting these out ahead of time, and then we can work on it together, this project together. You'll have everything that you need.
Like I was telling people at Pinners, this is a really great kit to do with the kids,
yeah,
the grandkids, your siblings. So I really thought it was something for every. And we had groups that would do this kit, and they'd
Yeah.
each do a little something different, and they would compare, and it was
Yes.
fun.
And I know last year I did the stocking kit, and I had people who bought kits for them and their grands, and they did them together. So somebody asked if I put anything on the crock. I just washed these really good, you guys, and I did wipe them down with alcohol just to make sure there wasn't anything on them, but that was it. Um, and so these are kits. I'm actually going to have a bunch of kits. I'll be listing the kits from last year too. We went through and replaced the paint and the clear coat. So I will have more stocking kits available. And then later we'll do the purse kit together. Because I know during the holidays you guys like kits. So
Chris Schmidt, where did you get the window pieces? Those were custom cut.
yeah, I had these custom cut. I'm telling you, my friend who owns a machine, she probably wants to stab me in my jugular because I'm always asking her to do stuff for me. I mean, I pay her, but you know what I'm saying. I'm usually asking her to do something that's kind of hard.
So yes, Kathleen Hoovis, we will do the kit, but it will be 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks from now because next week is Thanksgiving week. And so the following Sunday, we'll do this kit together. So that's good because that's 2 weeks for everybody to order theirs and get them and have them. And then we can all work together in 2 Sundays to do the kit together. And then I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm partnering with 5 other artists for a mixed media course. I'm kind of really excited about this because um, I don't know. I felt weird about it because they contacted me and said, Royce, will you teach this mixed media art class? We have this group of artists. And you guys know how I feel about being called an artist, right? I don't know. I'm still like coming to terms with that. We'll see what happens. But anyways, it's 6 of us that are teaching. So you'll get 6 classes from 6 different artists. And they'll be pre-recorded classes and they'll be available for a year. So you guys will be able to go and watch them on your own time. And there'll be lists for supplies from each of the artists. And then some of us, I'm not sure if everyone's doing a kit or if there'll be kits for some of the classes, not all of them. But it's only $29.99, you guys. So that's the early bird price. So if you guys are interested in taking that course, you can put #curious in the comments, all lowercase, and you'll get a link to sign up for that course. And I probably shouldn't save my announcements to the end because half the people are out.
Actually, I was
No?
looking at the number and I'm shocked that our number is holding right now. Because
Okay.
usually once you say, and that's it, bam, they're
Everybody
gone.
is out.
And we lose like a third of the audience. But tonight we lost one
Oh, okay. Thank you guys.
from the peak. But I'm guessing some people are coming in and
Yes, I know. So, anyways, those are just some things that are coming up. I do want to thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us every Sunday. You guys are such a blessing to me and to my husband.
Yes, I enjoy our time. And I didn't talk about boobs once.
Oh my gosh, I didn't get off fast enough. But no, we are sincerely grateful for you guys. We're grateful for your time. My grandmother said you can make more money, but you can't make more time. So when someone gives me time, it really does mean something to me. So thank you guys so much for giving us time every Sunday. I think that's all we had for announcements this week. Oh, one more thing, you guys. So I am going to start sending out emails for Black Friday specials for my website. I have like some really good stuff planned, and the reason why I'm able to do it is because I'm only going to offer it to my insiders. So I am not, you guys will not see any marketing from me like on Facebook or anywhere else for discounts. You won't see anything on my websites. I will only be sending out offers to my insiders, and I have different offers that I'll be doing next week. So if you get an email, make sure you open it because I'm going to be offering like some Ganga offers, you guys. I'm actually kind of excited about them.
And the way to be an insider if you're not already.
Is yeah, you can put #insider if you're not an insider on Facebook. On YouTube, go ahead and put it and I will get you the information. And if you're on TikTok, you guys know, go over and look at my bio and it's there. So you guys can sign up to be Roycycled Insiders so that you guys can make sure and have access to those because I just decided that I'm only going to offer discounts to my people who've been with me.
I
Like
agree.
Anyways, so I won't be doing any open advertising for any of my any marketing for any deals. It'll only be for my peeps, and they're good ones too, you guys.
Patty Joe Woodward. No space between the hashtag and insider.
Yeah.
She just typed it, and it's not going to give her, because it'll give her the message immediately. So retype it, hashtag insider, all no spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll get a message from Facebook. And if you don't get a message for some reason, you guys can message me.
And Valenda Costigan, same thing. No space.
Just hashtag insider. No space, all lowercase.
Yes. So please do that.
And thank you guys so much. I've missed everyone. It feels like it's been like an eternity, but it's only been 2 weeks. But, you know. But we're going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a blessed week. And I may be popping on live this week. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Because you know it's going to be a busy week. But until we see you guys next time, you guys have a blessed week. And if I don't see you before